Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Tennis Manager. We're on episode number 11. We've pushed forward a handful of weeks from where we were. It's now the final day of February. We're into another tournament, and the couple tournaments that we've had between now and then is not been good for us. We've lost literally every match we've been in. Even when we were favored over our opponents, we enter another tiny tournament, and for the first time in a long, long while, since roughly this time a year ago, we are the 1 seed. We are the favorite. We'll see. The 3 seed is not that far below us in ranking, so I'm assuming the 2 seed is also quite close. Yeah, 47 overall. So we have a slender advantage. We're slender, slight favorites. I suppose that means we'll need to play more aggressive for this tournament, but as a player who has been so poor throughout, we're gonna have to be a little more aggressive, I guess. No counterattack based play, because obviously we're supposed to be the favorite here. So we'll step up the intensity a little bit and see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I think through the quick sim, we've just been pretty dang poor. 6-3, 6-1. We at least get through this. We do get 7 aces, so being a little more aggressive there has paid off slightly. Only 3 unforced errors. Wow, how did that happen? Meanwhile, I had 2 reports come back at that 50% level where they give you that first look at where they think they're at in terms of current and potential ability, where it's been narrowed down. And both of them, or 2 of the reports anyway, 2 of the 3, came back really weak, where it was 1.5 star potential seemed most likely. So even if it's only slightly off, maybe it's 2 star potential, which means not good enough. So I went ahead and canceled progress on those 2 and moved on to our next 2 evaluations. And now the 3 we have coming in, looks like our top one, Luis Rohan, who I had missed that detail on that 50% report. Really pay attention to those 50% reports if you are going to play this game, and especially if you're like me, trying to start from the bottom. You've only got that one scout who's very weak and slow on getting back those reports. You only get so many reports in a year, so waiting for 100% evaluation is not necessarily the best thing to do. Get that 50% and then move on, unless they are worth looking at a bit deeper. So Jillian Louise Rohan might be okay, but not looking great. So far, though, Kasanseva is looking really good. It was mentioned in the comments that she was really good, but still, she was already next on our radar. And so far, so good. So that might be who we're going after, her or Katrina Scout. So I think once we have a comparison, or a little better comparison on those 2, we'll make our move on trying to sign one or the other. Wildcard player into the round of 16, and even lower ranked than who we faced in the first round, should obviously come out on top. But again, we've had such a poor record. You never know these days. 6-2, 6-4. We do come out on top. 60% of points won. 6 aces. 39 winners. 10 unforced errors. It's still pretty typical of Anne, but 10 is definitely below what she's had of late, so she's been good so far in this tournament. Into the quarterfinal, we finally see a seeded opponent, the 8 seed, 70th overall. At this point, pretty much from here on in, you never know with Anne, so I would not be terribly surprised to see her lose, but as we are the favorite, we'll continue to be aggressive. 6-2, 6-1. She's playing well. 64% of points won. No aces. 2 double faults. Not great. Again, turning up the intensity on being aggressive with the serve in this case has not paid off. 39 total winners. 13 unforced errors. This is a little more like the Anne we know, but you can see just how little her opponent was able to do against her. After a quarterfinal upset, we go up against the 100 seed, so that's nice, or 100 ranked player, non-seeded. And looking at the final, our 2 seed was upset as well, so we could have an easy path. We will definitely play the final if we get there. 6-3, 6-3. So yes, we are into the final. 6 aces. The opponent had 8. No double faults for either. That could be the first time I've seen a no double fault match. 47 winners to their 27. 11 unforced errors to 9. And always typical to have more unforced errors than her opponent, but 11 is a good number, especially with 47 winners. I mean, that is better than 4-1 ratio, and for her that has been a rare thing. So this has been a good tournament. Obviously, she's been playing against some lower ranked opponents, but still, it's good showing. And she is into the final. It is the 6th seed, number 63 ranked in the world. Not a huge difference between the two. This is going to be a bit of a challenge. It's the toughest opponent we've gone up against, but we were 6-2, 6-1 against a somewhat similar ranked opponent a couple rounds back. For Nvides, our opponent for this one, we have gone up against her before, and we did come out winner in that one. Let's see if we can make it 2 from 2 times going up against each other. She's stressed with the pressure of the final, so let's see if we can help with that. Okay, she moved up from stressed to troubled. With just a single tournament win last year, we'll see if Anne can get her first of this year, second of her career, or at least since signing with the team, with the creation of the team. She was already an existing player technically. Of course, we don't know about her records there, but she's already got 2 winners in this one. This offensive baseline play against weaker opponents is working pretty well, as she's got nice accuracy. The weird thing is her physicals are fairly good, and yet she doesn't seem to do well when somebody else plays her sideline to sideline, play baseline moves. Nice ball just in there. She's already got 3 winners. Can she sweep the first game? No. Into the net. She does not do well when she plays close to the net. Opponent's stressed too, so they come into this in similar. Nice. Looking good so far in game 2, and it is a quick 2-game lead. Layla in desperation mode for this first set. She's really has to win this game to have much of a chance. If we go up 3-0 with barely giving up a point, it's going to be a real trouble for her. She does have advantage though, and she does squeeze 1 game in. And playing up near the net that time. Not an area she typically spends much of her time playing. 30-15, 40-15. We're going to get that 3rd game anyway, it looks like. And there it is, 3-1. And now pumped. So after those few game wins, she's in a good mood. Layla still stressed out. Layla also fatiguing very quickly compared to Anne. Stamina could be a factor later on in the 2nd set. Chance to go 4-2 here, but it's deuce, and we lose advantage. We get back, and we take advantage. Okay, we do. Boy, thought we were giving that one away there for a little bit. Commanding 4-2 lead in this first set. Looking pretty good right now for Anne. Now 5-2. It's all but sealed. And it looks like we could be cruising, at least through this. If the first set going 6-2 is any indication, we could be cruising to our first tournament win of the year right at the beginning of March. Not bad, but it's roughly the same time we got it last year as well, so this seems to be Anne's strong point of the season. Looks like Layla's coming out playing though here in the 2nd set. She's already won the first game, and she's on the verge of game number 2, but Anne fighting back. Oh, nice job to turn the tables on that one and draw level at 1 game apiece. Okay, that fatigue is starting to settle in just a little bit more for Layla. Again, that could create an advantage for us, I'd say, within a few games from now. 2-2. She's definitely making a better go of this 2nd set, but Anne continues to 58% points won. Only 1 ace each. No double faults for either. 38 winners to 14. There's Anne's issue coming back, though. 18 unforced errors, while Layla only has made a single one. This is what's keeping her in. You can see she goes long in this back right corner a lot. She's hit the net only a couple of times. You can see where her winners are coming. Definitely when she plays the edge, but not the back edge. It's when she plays the sideline where she does well. The back edge is what's a bit of a problem for her. Oh, misses the smash. 5-4 here. $30-15. Great ace. That was the first, or no, second ace. Oh, I thought any part of the ball touches, that's supposed to be in. Ah, there she goes again, deep on that back right side. That is her weak point. 40-30, match point. Ah, not down the middle. Oh, nice one. And there it is, game, set, match. She has won a tournament. Her first of the year, her second with us, and it's not going to be a huge payout, but it's good for the morale. It's good for the record. I'll take it. So we were at Indian Wells, and that was like the baby tournament. That was the lead up to this tournament. This, the bigger version. We come in not ranked, but in a better place. Next round's difficult with you on a coda, but we could maybe get through this round anyway and get more money than we got from winning the baby tournament to this one. But will we? We will not. 3-6, 6-4, 3-6. It's a close one, but we lose. 3 aces each. 38 winners to 44. 18 unforced errors. Always Anne's problem. That's why I worry about playing more aggressive. And the payout is almost the same. We go out in the first round and we almost bring in as much money as we got winning the baby tournament. The payday was, what, 3,000? Yeah, 3,039. So a couple $100 shy. Team payout. Of course, that's the 19%, but it's enough to turn a profit for the month, and it's only the 8th of March. And we go straight into another small tournament the next week. Guadalajara, we're the 1 seed. We start against a qualifier who is well down the rankings. Let's look at what we're in for competition-wise. 48th overall for the 2 seed, 50th for the 3 seed. The 5th seed's in pretty good shape too. Even the 6th seed's not bad. So there's about 6 quality players here, of which we are ever so slightly the favorite. And we're on to clay now, where we really struggled last year. So we'll see if we can play a little better. But as a result, I think we need to stick with our aggressive attitude. Tight one. Tight contest against a really low-ranked opponent. And only 10 unforced errors, too. So that's a little worrying. We get the 9 seed here in the second round, the round of 16. And we almost lose our way out of this one. 2-6, 7-5, 6-4. Again, I think this really shows that Anne is not good on clay. It is a real weak point for her. I mean, this was only 14 unforced errors for her. That's pretty light. 99.1 to 92.1. That's fairly close. That's fairly tight. She did not get this one by much, and I don't think we're going to be the favorites to actually win this tournament in any way, shape, or form now that we are over to clay. 6 seed Tom owned 42-62. We have beat her once before, and we beat her again 6-2, 6-3. This time actually a lot more comfortable. 13 unforced errors, 42 winners. Kind of similar stats. We just won more points. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end of the path on this one, though, as we go up against the 4 seed, Australian 54th ranked player. Never faced off head-to-head. Oh, and we squeeze out a super tight contest, except for the second set where she won comfortably. First one goes to tiebreakers and goes very close, but we lose. And then she battles back with a dominating second set. And then the third set, again, comes down to tiebreakers, and she comes out just ahead. 53% of total points won, 13 aces with a couple double faults, 46 winners. 28 unforced errors, where our opponent had 43 winners and 31 unforced errors. That is a rare sight to see somebody else so poor in that department. And we're into the final, determined, fresh, where our opponent starts this one troubled and definitely not at full strength. Also, this was somebody who was barely ranked. She was 12th, 13th, and around 80 somewhere, 80 something in the rankings. So we are definitely the favorite for this one. The semifinal was a much tougher matchup than the final is, but we'll see quickly how this one goes. First game is already looking pretty favorable. Our opponent, good footwork. She's getting side to side well, and she wins that point. She earned that one for sure. At the moment, Anne's not. Just squeezes that one in. Nice winner, 40-30. Anne's not getting the ball side to side terribly well here to start this match. Fairly close contest, but wins the first 3 and has a chance to go 4, and she does. So first set is all but won as she's up 5-0. The games are close, but she's winning each and every game. Looks like she could be cruising towards victory, but you never know. Every set's different. But she's determined. She's still got decent stamina, and Anna Carolina is both stressed and quite low on stamina already. So as she leads 5-2, this is it. She's done it. Not back-to-back, because there was one tournament in between, but she's won 2 baby tournaments in the last 3 weeks, and that's already doubled her win total from last year. 4th tournament in 4 weeks. We're at the Miami Open. It's a much bigger tournament. We're unseeded for this. We've got the number 3 ranked player in the world in the round of 64 if we get through. And to get through, it's a rematch against the player we just beat 6-2, 6-0 in the final of the last match. So a rematch, second chance for her, but we should be the favorite one. We'll go ahead and stay aggressive for this round. Whew. She got her revenge. 4-6-7-5, 6-7, and loses. 56 winners, 47 unforced errors. She literally shot herself in the foot. I don't know where she got the gun from, but she literally shot herself in the foot. It should be in the reports, right? Where's the report? No? No report? Huh. Apparently my source who leaked that information to me was wrong. Somebody told me that she shot herself in the foot, and that it was literal, not figurative. I don't know about that one. Well, anyway, she sucked horribly bad. That's my level of unforced errors. I mean, I haven't picked up a tennis racket in oh gosh. Yeah, let me do some math. Let me think about this. 14 years. I was in college. 14 years ago was the last time I picked up a tennis racket. That's about how I would do. No, actually, I'd probably do worse. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. Payday could have been a little bit better, but it is still a positive balance for the month. And we finished that first season of the year. We finished where we started, ranked number 39. That's picked back up because it was dropping down, but we picked back up. Points won, 468. That is pretty solid. Nice year, nice quarter of the year anyway. That's those 2 small tournament wins where we picked up so many points. Overall prize money, not a lot because we didn't get deep in any good tournaments, but 46,000 is still 46,000. 9 tournaments played, 19 matches played, 12 wins, 63% win rate. It's not perfect, and it's not quite as good, I think, as we were last year, hard season, but it's pretty dang close. I think we were maybe just a few percentage points off from where we were. But one big difference from that last one to this one is we played 9 tournaments, and ultimately that is something we've benefited from greatly, as she picked up a lot of points. Prize money was pretty decent. We just unfortunately went out like in the first round in 6 of those tournaments. We just went deep and won a couple small tournaments. Outside of that, she kind of sucked. So, and those small tournaments didn't pay out as well as they could have, should have. But it's still something. It's certainly not negligible. And we are inching closer. We're a little over 50,000 away from our next upgrade. And I can definitely see that happening well before the end of the year at our current rate, especially if she has one or two decent runs in one decent run in any Grand Slam should just about get us where we need to go to get that next upgrade on the go. Speaking of, our next Academy upgrade is already getting pretty close. It's down to about 2.5 months now. Charleston Open, Osaka is here, is the 1 seed, so it's a pretty good field. But we have just enough under our belt to get the 14 seed and to get a first round bye. So we're already in the round of 32, and we're up against somebody who's just the 74th seed. We've got a decent chance of getting down to the round of 16, which should pay out a little bit better. 7-5, 6-2, we do in fact get through this one. 60-40 on the points. 53 winners and just 17 unforced errors. Difficult round of 16 matchup, but we'll see what she can do. Go ahead and go with the deviation play. See how she does in this one. 6-4, 3-6, 4-6. Close on this one. 48% of points won. Ace is a bit of a deficit there as we give up some points. 66 total winners. And there is Anne. That's what happens when I turn up intensity. Unforced errors. Tons of them. She's capable of forcing the win. She's a good player, but she is very error prone. And you turn up the intensity, and this is what happens. 40 unforced errors. That is insane. That is so many points. I mean, that's half your points given away through unforced errors. We hit that 50% point with Kasantseva, and Kasantseva we're looking at roughly 1.5 stars now with good potential of around 3 stars, maybe more. She's low in the rankings. So we'll make a comparison now to Katrina Scout and make our decision. Even though we're not done evaluating her yet, I told you we can't wait forever. It's already April. We've missed out now on 2.5 months of potential revenue from a second athlete, and we're just 2.5 months away from being able to get a third, in which case we're probably going to end up going for the other one at that point anyway, unless over those next couple of months we have another strong scouting report that comes out that overshadows. So here's Katrina Scout, and we have a bit of a dilemma because from the look of it on paper, they're going to be identical. 1.5 star current level, 3 star potential, maybe could be a 4 star potential. As a youth player, Katrina Scout has done well. She's got a high win ratio, and for that she's earned some fame. At level 5, she's got some experience as a seasoned player, but she's still only ranked 250th because she hasn't had a chance at a high level, so she's not getting into bigger tournaments. I think with some play, her ranking will jump quite quickly. However, we're looking at 2 players that are essentially identical to one another right now. With that identical nature, what's left to compare? Well, ranking for one thing, Scout, 250. Kasantseva is outside of the top 1,000, so just coming in as a youth player, just starting out. But with the experience and fame edge to Scout, what I would expect to happen is when I go to sign, I should be able to sign both. Ultimately, I don't think either one would be. I don't think either one would be opposed to signing with us. I think we've got a shot at signing both. But I think Scout might be a little more demanding, which means we could probably get a more favorable contract with Kasantseva. Ultimately, though, I think I should be able to get a decent contract with either of them because Scout, I mean, she's only ranked 250th. But we'll start with Kasantseva, and then in a couple months, we'll probably try to sign Scout as our third player. All right, so here we are with Kasantseva. She wants a 2-year deal. She wants to hit the top 1,000, which she's already just outside of. So that shouldn't be much of a problem at all. Promising player, there's no limit to how many promising players you have, so that's fine. And in terms of the financial terms, we're already looking at 53% revenue share on what she's asking. Of course, I should be able to push that a little bit higher. Signing bonus, pretty minimal. I'm going to keep that the same. Let's try to negotiate the revenue share a little bit. Let's push 59% and see what happens. She accepts. Look at that, 59%. I mean, we're going to get roughly 3/5 of all revenue that she brings in. I don't expect her to get deep in tournaments, but she's going to do those smaller tournaments. And Anne's not doing great in the smaller tournaments anyway. The tiny ones, the baby ones, she's doing well in. And yes, I can expect a difference between her and Kasanseva. But as Kasanseva gets into those next tier tournaments, Anne Lowell seems to be getting knocked out in the first or second round in all of them. If Kasanseva gets knocked out in the first or second round, well, it's the same deal. But we get 60% of that revenue instead of 19. That's a big jump. 1/5, 3/5. Very big jump. And that should help pay out quite a bit better. And that's going to be kind of where we target her for a while, is to try to build our funds a bit. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and leave that one right here. We don't know. Final answer within a week, so we'll see. She has agreed, but that doesn't mean we're necessarily going to get her signed up. Check out next time to see what happens with that. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.